Yo, what's going on guys, ABYSSAL here, welcome back to another video for Lost Ark, and today I want to put together a quick handy guide going over what you should be doing once you hit level 50. To be clear, this is not going to be an exhaustive list of everything you can do once you hit level 50, instead think of this as your what should I do when I first hit level 50 guide. Essentially, the first few things you'll be turning your attention to. Since Lost Ark is a vast game, I mean level 50 isn't even the end, you can technically grind all the way up to level 60, but that's going to take you a very long time, because post 50 it takes millions of XP to level up. But fortunately, that's optional, and it's something you'll just do passively. The end game content unlocks at 50, and in truth, this is where the game really begins. Of course, there is also no rush to get to 50, so if you're just working your way through the campaign, enjoying your time, then feel free to return to this whenever it's relevant to you. But for those of you looking for some guidance, then we got you covered. If you do enjoy this, you do find it helpful, then a like would be super appreciated. And let us know in the comments down below what you're up to, and if there are any other things that you've been doing yourself when you hit level 50, or if you have any questions on things you'd like answered. But anyway, let's begin. First things first, get to VERN Castle. Chances are you'll ding 50 before you even get to VERN. But VERN Castle is the hub for a lot of the endgame activities, and it's also where you'll get some of the quests needed to unlock other endgame activities. So continue following the story missions, which at this point in the game are the blue world icons, and eventually you'll end up at VERN. Once there, remember to set your return point to VERN, since this is going to be one of your main hubs in the game, so it's a good place to call home. Following on from here, continue to do the main story missions to unlock Chaos Dungeons. We'll be doing a more in-depth video tomorrow on Chaos Dungeons and other endgame activities, so if you want to know more about what they are in greater detail, be sure to subscribe and stick around on the channel. But for the purposes of this video, Chaos Dungeons are one of the activities you'll be doing to farm endgame gear needed to hone or upgrade said gear. They're fun, also quick, and they're essentially the first activity you'll be exposed to. Following the quests will take you to the board, and this will see you unlock them. Pretty simple stuff, literally just follow the quests. You can then queue up at the board and dive in from there. After this, you should then turn your attention to unlocking Guardian Raids. These are the Monster Hunter style missions that will see you go out onto a map and hunt a giant creature. Again, more on these tomorrow, but if you then turn your attention to the purple missions, you'll encounter the quest needed to unlock these. There are actually two quests, one of them will actually have you hunt a specific Guardian, but for one of them, you simply need to open your journal and actually accept the quest from the guide section. Doing this will then have you talk to the guy next to the board, and you'll then gain access to them. If you picked up the other quest and you're wondering why you still can't interact with the board, it'll be because you haven't activated this quest. So again, open your guide, do this, and that'll be what you need to get the Guardian license. Now, following on from this, or even before this, if you prefer, you'll want to unlock your Awakening skill for your class. When you have unlocked the Chaos Dungeons, you will then get a notification to go and visit Beatrice in Trixion. Doing so will see her give you a quest to follow, which unlocks your Awakening skill. There are a few steps, and depending on your class, this will send you to different locations. As a warrior, I had to go back to the first island, but follow this, it's pretty simple, and you'll then get your first Awakening skill. There is a second one, but that comes later, so for the purposes of this video, this is what you should focus on for now. And then outside of that, if you want to really kick things up a notch, then you'll want to unlock ABYSSAL dungeons. For this, you again need to follow the main story quests. It doesn't take too long, but it will take you through a few more zones, and will have you run a dungeon at the end. Once you have completed this dungeon and wrapped up that portion of the quest line, you'll have the ABYSSAL dungeons unlocked, which is another endgame activity, and of all the ones you've got access to so far, this is the most challenging. Beyond this, there are still plenty more things to do, but as a fresh level 50 hero, those are the first few things you should be turning your attention to. Amidst this, you also want to be honing your gear. This can be done in VERN, and will use the crystals you obtain from Chaos Dungeons and Guardian Raids. You get gear from the Chaos Dungeons, and that gear can be honed, which increases its stats and its item level. You'll need to do this since the higher tiers of endgame content require higher item levels, so in between your Chaos Dungeon runs and your Guardian Raids, make sure you're regularly coming back here to hone the new gear that you obtain. And in addition to this, you can also turn your attention to Una's tasks. These are daily quests that you can do that reward you with items. You can pick 3 per day, and different quests have different rewards. Quests rewarding Harmony Leapstones are best, since they are a resource used for honing, but this is something else you can dabble in on a daily basis. But for now, that should be plenty to get you started. Again, as mentioned, we plan to cover all the endgame activities in much greater detail over the coming days and weeks, so if you want to learn more about all of this, then stick around. But if you've just dinged 50, congratulations, and then hopefully this will give you some of the ideas as to where you can focus your attention right now. If you want to see how I've been getting on with my paladin, then check out this video we uploaded yesterday, and otherwise keep it locked and I'll catch you in the next one.